Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Youth Talk Show, courtesy of PCEA Unity Youth, where we share real stories from real people with the aim to educate and learn from others' experiences with your lovely host, EP.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode. I am your host Eve Kemoro. Today we are going to talk about early pregnancy. This has been a rampant issue in the country, with Machakos being the highest county with the leading number of teenage pregnancies. Today I am joined by a guest who is going to share her story about her journey on early pregnancy and the challenges she has gone through. Let me introduce my guest. Hi.
Hi, Eve.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Eunice Karemi. As you've heard, I was a victim of early pregnancy a few years ago.
How old were you?
At that time, I was 16 years old. Yes.
Were you in high school or were you in primary
I
school?
was in high school in Garagals.
So what really happened so that the pregnancy ikakuja?
The story is, allow me to say, it is not easy to share, but I'm doing this for the sake of girls out there who are getting pregnant without people really knowing what is going on, and it is sad. So 6 years ago, I said I was 16 years. At that time tulikuwa tuishi Umoja tu estate, and we had a family, like we used to live like a family. So our immediate neighbor was this guy. Okay, he used to stay with the mom and the dad, like that, the whole family. So in short, tulikuwa family friends. So this neighbor, being the only child, I didn't have any siblings, so to say he was like my brother in quotes. So anything, we used to share everything together, stories, hanging out and everything.
Yes.
So until things got personal for him, and he decided to take advantage of me. And it wasn't a one-time thing, but the first day he did that, and for him it was very okay, and for me, it was naive. So I wasn't sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But again, this person, tunasikia alikuwa mzee, like he was age-wise ahead of me with like 7 years or 8 years. So my family friend at that time, actually I don't want to say it was, okay, it was actually rape at that time, but ilikuwa kitu inaendelea for a long time. So me opening up to someone, I didn't used to have like close friends, or yes, I had, but it is shameful to tell people, like everyone sees who he's the right person, like in terms of morals. So ukienda kuongea, it will look like you're the liar. Unanipata? Like you're trying to, whatever you're saying, the picture does not portray this specific person. So unfortunately, let me say, ikaendelea for almost 6 months.
What was really happening? Like, you want to share your story to the people out there, and this is a real issue that people are going through.
Let me say, it started like kama mchezo. You're going there, anakushika boobs. Equal like evil. You get? I don't want to put the words out. It's being hard.
It's okay.
So nenda anakushika boobs. The next time like that, and then anakuambia usiambie mtu. Una get? Usiambie mtu. So of course utaambia mtu, but again si ni rafiki yako, so you'll keep on talking to the person evil. So ndo nikasema until things for him started getting personal, ni kama he had like amekuown when you like, I don't know how I'll put it. You get? So no, I'm saying that game for 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah. So the exact thing happened when in December. Mmefunga shule.
What is the exact thing?
That is what I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah. In December mmefunga shule, and at that time my mom used to go and cook for people. So your job ilikuwa mob. So you should wake up early in the morning, alafu narudi jioni. So ni December akaanza kam kwa nyumba.
No, the guy.
Yeah, spend time kwa nyumba. Blah blah blah. Sneaking in, because at that time when my mom was there hakuwa anataka kuja huko. So this particular time I remember, so for that to happen, I was coming out from the bathroom. Na unajua umo bathrooms zuko nje.
Yes.
So I went to the house. Okay, nikitoka kwenda kuoga, niliacha nyumba wazi. So coming back to the house, I didn't know there was someone inside. So probably aliniona nikienda kuoga. So nikiingia, when I'm coming to like back to get dressed, ndo he shows up, anaanza kusmile nini blah blah blah. So me, I'm scared. Then I'm like, don't worry, things will be fine. See, tumekuwa tukifanya this and this, like those two games, two touching games. So me was scared at that time. Sikuwa najua. Actually, let me just say we had sex, if I can put it that way. So we had sex, and he left me there. Akaenda kwa nyumba. He went back to the house. Me, I'm there, very confused. In December, I have no one to tell that, and I can't tell my mom such a thing, because ujui kenye atasema about you. So I decided to stay quiet, and forever I never told anyone. The whole December, to celebrate Christmas, but I wasn't happy in my heart, because I know what nimefanya nini sasa. So I went back to school in January. Everything is fine. I'm trying to act as if everything is fine, but things are not okay deep down my heart. So I went back to school January, Feb. Oh, in our school, we used to have the pregnancy testing thing once you report.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened that year. It happened. Those kids hazikuwa zime orderiwa, I think supplier kuleta. So 2 months, no, January, February, March, ndo tukaambiwa, you girls, you need to prepare hizo pregnancy, whatever, tunakuja kufanywa the test. And I was like, okay, sawa basi. But unajua, I didn't know, like, your time I got pregnant back in December. But there's a friend of mine, alikuwa ananiambia, hey, Eunice, umeanza kuchange, you look very funny. Na funny aje, hey, umenona, you're sleeping, like such things. Hey, akaniambia kwani ulifanya nini December? I'm like, no, since this is the only person who has asked, let me just share. Nikamwambia this and this happened, and I don't know what else to do now, if I'm pregnant or not. Akaniambia let us not risk, because at that time many girls, okay, the ones tuliona, ukiwa pregnant, administration takes the case like you are a criminal. Unaambiwa beba box, beba mattress, your parents are called, unafukuzwa shule. So it was very shaming, like when you think you'll have to go through that. Yeah. So my friend, actually anaitwa Winnie, kanambia, this is what we'll do. When we go to the clinic, I'll give you my pee. Then don't give the nurse your sample, you'll go with mine. I'm like, okay, so that is a nice idea. But we were 50-50, because maybe I could have been pregnant or not. But to avoid that shame, we had to do that. So the tests, negative of course, and life goes on. Then nikaanza kufeel sad the pregnancy symptoms nilikuwa shule, because once umeka something in your mind,
Yes.
ndio zinakuja sasa kabisa. So I'm there, okay, the stomach now is starting to become big. Nilikuwa na, thank God tulikuwa tunavaa blazers, so I was safe. Kila sana blazer kwa jua, everywhere I used to have my blazer on. So tukienda midterm now, so my friend told me, you know what, uko form 2 sahi, and if you tell your mom, my mom is steamer, you know what will happen. So this is what I know a friend, so you know that story, I know a friend who knows a friend like that. So we tukienda midterm, you just look for money, we'll go somewhere and chomoa the thing. Me, I'm like, okay, sawa basi, but we have to confirm. So tumeenda midterm, tukakuja home, ndio tukapima, then it was there. Now we are talking about midterm in April, December to April, about 5 months.
5
now.
months.
Yeah. So wamama wa kijiji, of course, wana notice, but my mom didn't notice anything. We were laughing together, nini, but in the back of my mind, me, I'm planning to go and do an abortion. So my mom anakuja home, tunacheka. So there's this one day she came home very angry. Nambia, Karimi, come here. Like, kai nimeisha, because now she knows. Akaniuliza, are you pregnant? Nikamuuliza. So I'm trying to play with her psychology, like her mind. Namuuliza, why pregnant? Do I look like someone who's pregnant? And then you don't look like someone who's pregnant, but you have to go and do what? And test. Nikakata. I'm like, you're not trusting me, blah blah blah, such things. So tukaenda. No, we didn't go to test that thing. So amekasirika, akanitime asubuhi. I went to have a pee. So akakuja kwa bathroom haraka. Hivi kuja toka uone. Me, so ni asubuhi, nothing happens. Akakuja na kit, dropped it. And it was sad for her. She cried. It was very sad. And like, so nataka nitaambia nini watu? You see. But me, I expected at that time, like, akae chini and lose what happened. But you see her reaction is, nitaambia nini watu? I'm like, okay. So watu ndio wako na shida, si mimi. And she's like, you know what, sir, you're from a Christian family, mi utaniaibisha, if you think of doing an abortion, blah, 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 you're current out everything. So I was like, hey, Karimi, hey, now it is you, and you're pregnant, child in your stomach, because you're now alone, kabisa. So my mom called my dad, and akamwambia, your daughter is pregnant. My dad is like, hey, when do umefanya apate mimba? Si unajua those things. Mtoto akiwa mzuri, sijui ni wa mama, ni wa baba hivyo. So my dad akarusha all the blame to the mother. So my mom didn't want to see me kabisa. Anakuja home and like, unaona tu, mimi sikuwa natoka kwa nyumba. Remember, I'm pregnant. The father is my next door neighbor.
Wow.
So I have to bear like all the blame, the anger. Like, namuona tu his life, nothing has changed. Me, everything may change. Imagine you won't go back to school. Hey, my mom is another one. Akaniambia, now so me, I won't carry your shame. Utaenda shule, ubebe vitu zako. And that was the point. Niko like, I'm really alone in this. So nikaenda shule. Sasa hivi ujavaa uniform. And I remember I used to tell my classmates nenda majuu. Yeah, nimekujia vitu. Because always I know kwambia watu like you're pregnant. Yeah. But the teachers, everyone knows. So nikaongea na the deputy, nikamwambia this has happened and I want it to be discreet. Usiambie the students, because I really know what it feels like kufukuzwa like as if it's a sin or something like that.
Yes.
So nikachukua vitu zangu, then I went back home. When I was in the matatu, I remember, like, I started crying because now I'm like, nimeacha shule, my dad disown, my mom doesn't want to see me. I have not told this other person, the responsible guy, I'm pregnant for him. I have a lot of questions in my mind. So nika decide, let me just go home, and whatever will happen at that time. I went back home, and nakumbuka with my bags, my suitcase and everything, napatana, the first person napatana naye hapo kwa gate. And ananichekesha, umetoka wapi? Kwani umeacha shule? Mbona umekuja na bag? And I'm like, if anything, I can do it. Like I was annoyed. Unasikia ushike mtu mcrash, because I crash everything obvious. Nikajambia, well, haina shida. I didn't talk. I went to the house and cried. So for 3 months, sikuwa natoka nje. I was in the house. The moment unatoka, neighbors, hey, mtoto mzuri. And what made me even angrier, the mother, his mom now, she tables stand, and there was the bad one now. When you unajifanyanga mtoto mzuri, look at what has happened to you. Now say utambia watu nini sijui blah blah blah, a lot of stories. And I'm like, okay, fine. Chani kwa mtoto mbaya. So every time I used to get up in the morning, I used to have very bad thoughts, negative thoughts of going for an abortion, but sa shida sikuwa na pesa. Hadi you think of stealing money. I used to have very bad thoughts. So until now, the thoughts were piling up every day. No, instead of becoming better every day, I'm starting to get suicidal thoughts now. Because you're depressed, you can't even, you're not sharing it when you're alone in that. Yeah, and you're at 16 years. So I remember my mom told me, now, you're, I think 7-8 months. I started going for cleaning at around 7 months pregnant. She told me, now, since you're pregnant, and I told her I'm not going to carry the shame, you're going to go to clinics alone, but I'm going to arrange utenda Kenyatta. So this is where things got uglier. Uko Kenyatta, stomach there, kamwili ni kadogo, uko kwa line with other women, wanashangaa huyu mtoto mbona alipata mimba, kwani ungefikiria anything else, yeah, such things. So tumeenda, niko Kenyatta, nasikia watu ujirusha, napanda naona no, I go back home, untengeneza concussion ya omo, si unajua hizi rumors how to abort. Yeah, it was a long journey. Let me just cut the story short. It was a long journey of ups and downs. I think my mom noticed I was depressed because I was enrolled in an institution still in Kenyatta where they deal with such cases.
Suicidal.
Suicidal thoughts, early pregnancies, everything. And I got a psychologist, and I started sessions. Before even I gave birth, I was going for the sessions, until I gave birth. Right now, the kid is turning 6 years. And my aim to telling this story, because I've not even said everything, is people out here are really going through a lot. You see, like my case, I'm saying it was like my best friend, if I may say, my family friend, someone who expect anaweza kufanya such a thing. So things happen to girls out here. Hata if venye tunasikia, there's a lot of cases rising, sijui, in pregnancies. Mostly me, like if I'm asked, I can't say a teenager anaweza have to carry the burden of getting pregnant. There's really a lot of things happening behind the doors. Like, there's a lot of things happening. So that was my story. I know it was I didn't expose everything, but there's a lot happening behind closed doors. So it is our responsibilities to find out what is really happening. It is not like a miracle or whatever. Today, unasikia 4,000 girls. No. No. There's a problem. Yeah.
Okay, just to take us back, did you ever tell the guy that you were pregnant?
Yes, I told him. He just laughed and walked away. That was his reaction.
So he never took?
He never took.
Okay. Wow. So it means that actually those 4,000 and many other teenage girls that are being affected by this issue, mostly you have seen that it is your close friends that are doing this, your relatives. Because I've heard a story of a mother who was telling a story in Facebook, and she was saying that her 17-year-old boy had sex with a 13 and a 15-year-old. Those are the sisters now, and both of them are pregnant. So it means it's not only the people outside that are doing these acts, especially during this time of COVID-19 where people are staying indoors and there's nothing else happening. And then the fact that most people, wengine wamefutwa kazi, others are there's nothing they're doing, even the studies, you see. So it means that most of the time, there is somewhere inasema that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. And most of the time when we are idle, these are the things that will come up, that we will think about. And we will find that even our own siblings are raping us. Our own siblings, as in, are just bringing these issues. So the stigma, as you have said, that you are going through this issue alone. There are so many people outside there who are going through the same issue, meaning that hata kuna wengine, because this is just a statistic, it doesn't really mean that this is the only number. There are people who are struggling. There are people who can't even, you see, you have said, kuna kitu umesema kuhusu your mom, umesema ni stigma, like I've heard that, umesema ni stigma. That means kuna place our parents, yani, it's like there is a boundary that, like, we cannot communicate with them as it is. Like, if today I had sex with someone and maybe, for example, I'm in pain or I'm struggling, I cannot go and tell my mom about it because I don't know how she will perceive it. So we wait until the results zinakuja. Unaona? So, and then now that inakuwa very high because we have not reported the issue. Also, the statistics show that if you have not reported a case like rape within 72 hours, most of the time that case will not be taken seriously. You see, even the government, there is something that is lacking in us. So just to ask you about you said you went to a psychologist so that you can be helped with those suicidal thoughts. Now, what would you tell those people who are outside there? They don't have that money, especially, let's say, people in Kajiado or people in Isiolo, like just somewhere out in the outskirts, and hawana watu who advise or tell them, take courage or do this. What would you tell them? And they are listening to you right now.
Okay, first of all, if I'll be very happy, maybe if the government or the church or the society, you know, there's a lot that people are not being told. Like for my case, I wish someone told me after you've had sex and you think it's not safe, there's some things you can take to prevent getting pregnant. You see, yeah, if people, okay, there's some cases maybe you're raped, yes, you have to go to the hospital, yes. When you get to the hospital, I think there are people who will help you there. But if you don't have, I think it is very important to create a mother-parent relationship. As much as it is hard, it helps a lot. If you have totally no one else, it is good to create a mother and child, or a parent and a child relationship, or a guardian. Yeah, no matter what they'll say or their reactions, it doesn't matter. You just have to create so that you can get help as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've said that you were brought up in a Christian background. So it means you were in a church setting. So did you continue kuendelea church? Ama what happened? Were your friends there to support you, or what happened?
Okay. When I was back then, we used to have friends when tunaenda Sunday school pamoja. And venye niliacha shule immediately so that I can continue nurturing the pregnancy, I remember most friends walinitoroka from church. Juu the parents wali usitembe na ule msichana atakufundisha tabia mbaya. That was actually the word that was being used. Atakufundisha tabia mbaya. So you seeing the people that you're supposed to be, okay, your church mates or your close friends, wameambiwa sitembe na wewe, will you even go to that church?
You can't
go. So for a long time I avoided going to church because wewe peke yako ndio ulipata mimba, the rest their lives are continuing as normal. Yes, so I stopped going to church because of that. And because of other things, I thought at that time, like, why did God let me get pregnant if really he knew? So a lot of things made me stop going to church at that time. Yeah.
So you you got counseling, and you now have a kid. So what has really motivated you to tell your story, and what really helped you to overcome everything? Because today, as we are talking, maybe there was something you could have done and lost the pregnancy, or you would not be here telling the story.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us and the viewers?
I usually say it's a blessing in disguise, because when you look at the kid, like, he really motivates you a lot. Okay, I wouldn't promote early pregnancies because, as I said, no teenager in the right mind. Maybe wale wenye wamearrangiwa marriages, wenye wameambiwa wataolewa, those traditional things. But in a normal setting, I wouldn't advise any teenager or advocate for any teenager to be pregnant. Yeah. So, what motivates me to tell this story, as you said, you think I have healed.
Yeah.
No. It takes a lot to sit here and talk. But, yeah, there are a lot of girls outside there. Me, I wouldn't. I'm sharing this story because I also don't know why I'm sharing. I just feel it's the right thing to say so that people can see there's girls out there who have gone through this and they're making it in life. Yeah.
Lastly, I just want you to share this. You know, most of the time when we look at this sexual and gender-based violence, we normally look at the girl side. But there are also boys who are facing this, you see. There are many boys who have been sexually harassed. So what would you say about that? What would you tell? As in, what are the safety measures? What can we do as a society to help out, especially the church, the people around us? Yeah.
Like, there are these cases where house helps rape little boys. It happens. Also, boys are being harassed sexually. I think as a church, they should conduct, seminars for the boys and tell them, if someone does this and this, come and report to us if you don't trust. Also, parents, seminars for parents so that they can know how to deal with. You know, what happens is a lot of these sexual harassment things happen, but no, people don't know.
Yeah.
Because children are the ones who suffer and they don't speak out. Because maybe, I think parents, I urge parents to just be there for their children. Yeah. And if unaona mtoto wako na weird behaviors, you can install the CCTVs in the house just to monitor if you're not sure. Because then you wouldn't tell who will do this and who wouldn't do that. So, yeah, thanks.
Wow. So, thank you so much for sharing your story. You're so courageous to share it. It's just amazing. And I pray that even those people who are going through any such kind of a situation, there are so many people who are bleeding inside and they cannot be able to tell their stories. I think just trying to look for help. If you cannot be able to talk to your parents, if you cannot be able to talk to the people around you, there is that one close person. Like she has said, she had a friend in high school and they were able to. She was able to share her story. Just try and tell that story to someone. Maybe that person can be a channel to your parents and tell them what really happened, because most people will judge you when they don't know the real story, right? So I pray that everyone outside there who is going through that issue, try and find help. And also with our government, there are so many things we do for other issues, such as the law court for corruption, the labor courts and everything. If there was something special for the people who are facing this sexual harassment and everything, I think it would be a good way, because people will know where to report the issues. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and before you leave, we normally have a small game that I need us to ndio tuchangamke. Si tumekuwa serious sana. So are you ready for the questions?
Okay, I'm ready.
So this is how it goes. Nakuuliza swali, ukishindwa you will take a pilipili. Okay? Sawa? Uko ready? Uko ready? Sawa. Pilipili zangu.
Wait.
Karibishia hapo.
Nakula yote.
Unakula yote. Unakula moja yote unamaliza. Ukishindwa, lakini najua you are sharp. So, nianze. So I'll just ask 4 questions. Sawa. The first question. What is the current issue at stake in our country today?
Current issue, COVID-19.
COVID-19. The next one?
Early pregnancy.
Early pregnancy. Unaona ni rahisi. Haya. The next question. So, tunasemanga 7 a.m., 7 p.m. PM inamaanisha nini?
Usiku.
PM.
Initials.
Inamaanisha nini? Ukishinda unaweza tu onja pilipili tukiendeleanga to the next question.
Prime meridian.
Prime
Meridian.
prime 7 prime meridian. Oh my goodness. Okay, kula pilipili ndio nikwambia answer. Kula pilipili nikwambia answer. Please take a pilipili. You are wrong.
Hey.
Harakisha.
Yote.
Kula. Ama ubite. Si umalize juu ndio in case ka utakula ingine.
Sioni nikikula ingine.
So inamaanisha PM means past midday. Sawa. So a citizen of Kenya is called a Kenyan. A citizen of Spain is called? Citizen wa Spain anaitwa nani?
Spanian. Spanian.
Nian.
Spanish. Spanish ama Spanian.
Hapana. You're wrong. Kula pilipili ingine haraka tukiendelea.
Sindamaliza pilipili.
Imeanguka, chukua hiyo. Anaitwa Spaniard. Spaniard. Sawa? Hiyo na swali ngapi nimekuuliza? 4. So, Tumesema Spain ni Spaniard. Citizen wa England ni anaitwa In fact, that will be the last question. England. English. Hi. Umeweza. Done for the day. Thank you for coming, and I pray that God may quicken your healing process, and even for the people who are outside there. So, yeah, guys, we have come to the end of our podcast today. Don't forget to subscribe to our online platform, that is IG and YouTube, at PCA Unity Youth Officials. God bless you and have a blessed week.